Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Okay, this beautiful Mexican style broccoli bake. As you can see, I've got some beautiful broccoli here. Now, what's a good idea? This is the container that I'm going to cook it in. So if you add the broccoli in now, you can get a great measurement of it. We're going to steam that, not boil it, steam it till it's nice and crunchy. For our sauce, we're going to use some onions. I'm using some black-eyed peas. Use a red kidney bean if you want. I've got a couple of tomatoes, salt and pepper. I'm going to add some red chili, garlic, paprika. Here I've got some oregano, and here I've got some cumin. So this is going to make our sauce. This is going to be the star of the show, and then we're going to make a beautiful topping for it, which I'll show you later on. So first thing to do is we're going to steam our broccoli. Like I say, keep it nice and crunchy, because we're going to cook this again in the oven. We don't want 1970s school dinners here. Let's go. So I've got a pan here. I've got a touch of corn oil in there. You can use any oil you like. Let's get our onions in. Some salt and pepper. That sweet paprika. That chili. I'm adding a nice Scotch bonnet in there. That's really, really hot. We'll remove that later. Cumin powder. And that oregano. And while we're here, that chopped garlic. Let's give this a mix. Now, it's important that you use sweet paprika, because there's two types of paprika. You'll find them in your store. One's pretty much like a chili. We need the sweet one for this. So we're going to cook this for like 3 minutes. I'm on a fairly high-ish heat. I'll be back then, and just to let you know, my broccoli is cooked. I've set it to one side. See you in about 3 minutes. Okay, they're cooking nicely, coming together really well. Let's add our cooked beans in at the moment. Like I say, use any type of bean you like, really. I just prefer the black-eyed peas for this dish. Then those fresh tomatoes chopped, in they go. If you wanted, you could use a tinned plum tomato, which you would add now as well. I'm not using that, I just prefer the fresh tomatoes. I'm going to pop a lid on this. Cook it for about 4 to 5 minutes. Those tomatoes should break down somewhat, give off a little bit of juice. We're probably going to add some water just to sort of give it more body. See you in a few minutes. Okay, let's take a look. Now let me just get some of this steam out. I wasn't cloud the lens. Let's try that should be okay. So as you can see, our tomatoes are breaking down nicely and giving off some moisture. And depending on how juicy your tomatoes are, will depend on how much moisture you get. Now that's a little bit dry for what we want, so I'm just going to add some water. Don't forget, this needs to cover our broccoli. It's going to go back on. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit now. Be back in 5 minutes. Okay, this is now done. I'm going to fish that big chili out. If you've put chili in like that, take it out now. I'm discarding that. This is absolutely delicious. Check yours for salt and pepper and seasoning. So we've got our sauce done, we've got our broccoli done. Let's get on to the crumble topping. So as you can see in my mixing bowl, I've got grated cheddar and equal parts of fine breadcrumb. Here I've got some sunflower seeds. Just in that corner I've got some salt and pepper. We're going to just mix all this together. Now you could use some almonds or pine nuts or hazelnuts, or entirely up to you really. I like this little combo. Now I'm going to add just a little bit olive oil. Just to bind that up a little bit. Now we can squeeze it in our hands. And that is a delicious topping. So, crumble topping is done, our broccoli is steamed, our sauce is done. Let's get it all together. So we've got our three components together. Our steamed broccoli, which is still nice and crunchy. Our sauce, I'm simply going to just spoon over here. It's got a real kick to it. I've tasted my wine, and that chili I put in the Scotch bonnet, which is really strong. So I'm quite happy to have it that way. You may not be. So go easy on the chili. There you go, that's lovely. That is. And then our crumble topping, which we're just going to sprinkle over. So pretty much everything's cooked. I mean, the crumble topping's just going to need to come together with a bit of heat in the oven. The broccoli's going to cook just a little bit more. That's why you have to keep it nice and firm now. The sauce is done. So this is going to go into my oven, middle shelf. Fairly high. I'm going to put it on about sort of 220. For about 10 minutes. I mean, you just kind of want that kind of, the cheese to melt and it kind of brown on the top. It's done. I'll see you when it comes out. And there you go. That's done. It's absolutely beautiful. Try it with cauliflower if you want, or some zucchini. You can mix it together if you like. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.